These human interest stories we've been running lately have caused a lot of comment. How do you like this one? Man gives seat in streetcar. Woman is so surprised she faints. Woman recovers and thanks man. He's so surprised that he faints.
Oh.
Well, what's the matter with that?
Why, Dad, it's so old it creaks.
Oh, but it'll attract attention, though.
Well, I think it's about time somebody talked about courtesy. When I came home on the streetcar today, there were men sitting down. Not one offered to give me his seat.
Oh, Mom, you were just downtown to a show. Well, those men had been working hard all day.
That's typical of the way people act today, especially young people. Why, in my day...
Sit tight, Mom. Here we go again.
Well, joke all you like, but the older generation knows its manners. They learned young, and they didn't forget.
Tell me, Dad, did you sleep with your wings under the covers or over?
Well, I'm not saying we're angels, but I do say we are courteous.
Don't rise, Dad. And you don't have to bother either, Sir Walter Raleigh.
Oh, why do I have to get up when she enters the room? There are plenty of chairs.
Well, you should always be a gentleman or a lady. Not because the other person is, but because you are.
That should hold you.
But she's no lady. She's my sister.
Seriously, Tommy, courtesy is a very important thing.
Why?
Well, Tommy, courtesy is common consideration for others.
I'm as courteous as anyone.
Yes, on the surface.
On the surface? Well, isn't that where courtesy belongs?
Well, yes, but courtesy is the one ground upon which all men meet as equals.
How does that prove which generation is...
Well, I think I'll let you prove that yourselves. And if you can, I'll feature the story in the paper.
All right, Dad, we'll call your bluff.
But I think I'll send out one of my own reporters to cover the older generation.
You have a topic for discussion.
And what do you think? My dad's letting Betty and me get material for him on courtesy. Well, we're going to take pictures and everything.
Oh, Tommy Carter, am I interrupting?
No, ma'am. A fine start for a courtesy reporter.
Refer to your printed list for references. You will find all of these books in the library.
Discourtesy right off the bat.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, get that.
Don't bother, I can pick them up.
Oh, I don't mind.
Thank you.
That's perfectly all right.
Say, if we find some more cases like that, our side of the argument is cinched. I wonder where you go to look for courtesy.
I don't know.
I beg your pardon. I'm so sorry.
Excuse me. I'm the courtesy reporter for the National City News. Do you object if my sister snaps a picture?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay, get it.
Courtesy reporter, huh?
Say, that little girl ran into you. Why did you apologize to her?
Because I enjoy being a gentleman.
Oh, enjoy being... Say, that's great.
What do you say we get something to eat? I'm so hungry.
Okay, let's go in the restaurant in the department store. May I help you?
Oh, thank you so much.
What did you snap that for? After all, it's courtesy, isn't it? All right, but that won't do us much good. We're supposed to find examples of courtesy among the older generation. Oh, we'll get 'em. We'll get 'em. Wait a minute. What's that? Come on.
Say, what's the big idea? Where do you think you're going anyway?
Why don't you take a day off and learn how to drive? It's guys like you that cause all the accidents. Well, say something. Yeah, you big lumbering taxi cab driver. Why don't you say something? That causes all the accidents. You can't say anything. You know you can't. It was your fault all the time. Well, you ought to be reported.
Hey, miss. How about a little service?
I tried to get you on the telephone, but I couldn't.
I just wanted to tell you that...
That's mighty funny.
Henry, did you say you did or did not like my new hat?
I haven't heard.
Henry, the neighbors tell me you're getting gray.
Gray? Oh, I'm sorry, dear.
Thank you.
Oh, 2 apple pies a la mode and 2 glasses of milk, please. Hey, that's good. There is no substitute for our courtesy. I have an idea. Let's see the manager of the store.
Maybe we should talk to other businessmen, too. But let's eat our pie first.
Yes, sir. Mr. Bailey, just what part does courtesy play in the success of this business?
It plays a very important part.
Well, how?
Well, in this day of keen competition, we look for every possible means to bring the customer back.
Is courtesy the best way to do this, Mr. Bailey?
It most certainly is. It's not only the golden rule, it's the rule of gold. Courtesy is the law and the profits. Profits.
Oh, that's good.
Others may equal our prices in service, but no one can exceed our courtesy.
One more question, Mr. Bailey. Can management show the same courtesy to employees that is demanded from them?
Doesn't courtesy beget courtesy?
Yes. One of those, please.
Will there be anything else?
No, thank you.
5 cents off the dime. Thank you very much. Please come in again.
Will you help me with this, please?
Can't you see I'm busy?
Get that.
You clumsy ox. Why don't you look where you're going? May I help you, please?
I'd like a package of gum.
I wonder what Mr. Bailey would say if he saw that.
Don't worry, I know all about
Now
Suppose I do hold a public office. What right have you got to make public property out of something that doesn't concern you?
Please.
Why
don't you come into my office tomorrow and we'll discuss the matter?
All right, I will.
Good night.
Why will people speak and act over the telephone as they never would face to face?
That I don't know. By the way, how did Tom and Betty make out today?
They've taken their new assignments very seriously. They worked all afternoon.
Oh, say, Dad, may I have $1 on account?
On account?
On account of we're going to the movies.
Movies? What about your assignment? Is your story ready for tomorrow?
No, but we'll finish it after the show.
We have to cover courtesy from both sides, you know, work and play.
Well, all right.
Well, this is expense money, Dad. You know, company business.
Okay. Wait. Just a minute. If it is company business, you'd better have your camera and notebook.
Oh, yes, camera and notebook.
There's 2 over there.
Good.
I'm worried.
Why?
We told Dad that the younger generation is more courteous than the older.
This isn't very good evidence, then.
And what do you think? My dad's letting Betty and me get material for him on courtesy. Well, we're going to take pictures and everything.
Oh, Tommy Carter, am I interrupting?
No, ma'am. A fine start for a courtesy reporter. Don't have a heart, sis. If you show that to Dad, I'm sunk. Here, ditch it. Here they come.
Well, Cubs, Are you ready to prove your point?
Well, Dad, we figured this way. You see, we have a good story.
Well, I expect you have. Did you prove your point, Mac?
Well, Chief, I don't know, you see.
Well, how about you, Betty?
Well, we were undecided about that, too, but we have some good evidence. That is, we think so.
Of young people?
Not 100% minors.
Oh, well, you're not quite certain then.
No. Well, what did you get, Mac?
Well, here are a few shots.
Oh, what's this one?
Well, that one isn't so good, Chief. But now here's one that's really terrific. We were right on the spot when that happened.
Say, what's the big idea? Where do you think you're going anyway? Why don't you take a day off and learn how to drive? It's guys like you that cause all the accidents. Well, say something. Yeah, you big lumbering taxi cab driver. Why don't you say something? Guys like you that cause all the accidents. You can't say anything. You know you can't. It was your fault all the time. Well, you ought to be reported. Yeah, you big numbskull taxi cab driver. I don't see how you got the job in the first place.
Have you finished?
Yeah.
Weren't you in the right-hand lane?
Yes.
And you were trying to make a left-hand turn, weren't you?
No. Well, yes, but you see...
And you didn't put out your hand, did you?
No, but I was going to.
That's 3 things you didn't do. Are you still certain it was my fault?
Well, I was in a hurry.
I know. But as long as there was no damage done, why don't we just forget about it?
Okay. I'm sorry.
Are you engaged, young man?
No, ma'am.
Say, that's great.
Oh, you think so, Tom?
Mm-hmm. Dad, regardless of age, are people courteous just because they're ladies and gentlemen?
Well, isn't that what we're trying to decide? Let's see what you have.
All right. Here. This one is rather general, but it has some good points.
Hey, miss. How about a little service?
I tried to get you on the telephone, but I couldn't. I just wanted to tell you that...
That's mighty funny.
Henry, did you say you did or did not like my new hat?
I haven't heard.
Henry, the neighbors tell me you're getting gray.
Gray? Oh, I'm sorry, dear.
Can you imagine her saying a thing like that?
Are you sure she said it?
Well, I ought to be. I overheard every word of it. Wasn't that terrible?
I still think it's a matter of opinion.
What were you trying to prove by this, Tom?
Oh, many things. Can't you tell?
That will take some analyzing.
Here.
This one's amusing. What is it?
Don't you think it's important to watch people at play?
Well, that all depends. Tell me about it.
I think I'll take my coat off, too.
Okay.
Oh, my purse.
I sure hate coming in after the picture started, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Have some candy?
Oh, thanks. Oh, I've seen this before. I know what happens in the beginning.
Yeah?
That fellow on the screen's a lug. But don't worry about that. He ends up in the jug.
That's swell.
Oh, gee, this candy's good.
Sure. Have some more?
Yeah. Oh, there goes my purse.
Hey, just a minute. I'll get it for you.
Gee. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh, my comb. Oh, there it is.
Are people inclined to be less courteous at play than they are at work?
Before we talk about that, Dad, can we please look at this next one?
Oh, yes. Mr. Bailey has some good slogans in his office and all over the store. Here, listen to some of these. Courtesy is the golden rule and the rule of gold. Here's another one. There is no price tag on our courtesy. How do you like those?
Not bad.
Oh, that's very good.
Well, in this day of keen competition, we look for every possible means to bring the customer back.
Is courtesy the best way to do this, Mr. Bailey?
It most certainly is. It's not only the golden rule, it's the rule of gold. Courtesy is the law and the profits. Profits.
Oh, say, that's good.
Others may equal our prices in service, but no one can exceed our courtesy.
That's very good. Mr. Bailey is an extremely busy man.
Mr. Bailey said, courtesy brings business because it is the best policy.
This salesgirl was very polite to Tom and me, and yet was she really a lady?
Will there be anything else?
No, thank you.
5 cents out of a dime. Thank you very much. Please come in again.
Will you help me with this, please?
Can't you see I'm busy? You clumsy ox. Why don't you look where you're going? May I help you, please?
Well, I think you've all done a splendid job, but...
But what, Dad?
Well, weren't we trying to discover whether the younger generation is more courteous than the older?
Yes, but is that so important now, Chief?
Here's another one, Dad.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm so sorry.
Excuse me. I'm the courtesy reporter for the National City News. Do you object if my sister snaps a picture?
Oh, not at all.
Get it?
Not at all. Courtesy reporter, huh?
Say, that little girl ran into you. Why did you apologize to her?
Because I enjoy being a gentleman.
What do you think that proves?
It proves he is a gentleman just because he is a gentleman.
But these other people, are they courteous because they're ladies and gentlemen? If that's true, what about people who are discourteous?
Is courtesy the final measure of a lady or a gentleman? After all, that is a very important question, isn't it?